Hey, what's going on? Chris again, back again with you and the Not So Average Guy show. So today I had a really good topic in my head, so I had to get this out of my head before I forget it. So it's sitting with your wins, your goals, sitting with your wins. And one of the biggest things is what I do, and I've learned to stop doing this, is once I accomplish some kind of goal setting of whatever it is, right? I stop and bask in the freaking glory, right? Because too many times we are bombarded on a daily basis with so many things that we don't take a minute to sit down with ourselves and says, okay, yeah, you did a good job. It's not for anybody else to say that you did a good job, but it's a perspective based on what you've accomplished for yourself as you look in the mirror and you say, well, do I like what I've done today or do I don't like what I've done today? And then how are you going to change that? Now, there are two instances I want to share with you guys because I think you'll see the perspective. So one was I had an old coworker of mine. I left the job, me and a coworker, real cool dude. So we said, hey, listen, let me know when you're around. Let's have lunch together, whatever. All right, great. He's a father just like I am. He's married just like I am. He has kids just like I am. So we have a lot of common similarities in our lifestyles, right? We care deeply about being a father and a husband, right? So we went out to lunch and he's had back issues. I've had back issues. You know, we both have martial arts backgrounds. And during the time when we had the meeting, we sat down for lunch and we started talking. He came out of nowhere. He says, Chris, he said, what's up, man? He says, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm like, you're proud of me? And it took me by surprise. I was like, why? He's like, because you went and restarted again. You went and you're working out. You're getting stronger. You're doing positive things. And I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you for doing that. Now, for another person to say that to you, it's great. I was very appreciative. I was like, oh man, thanks. I'm not too great at taking compliments from people, right? But over the years, I've learned to sit with my wins, and he was telling me in an indirect way that he was proud of me for doing the stuff that I've thought that it was just something to do, right? So during that period of time, I had joined the gym, been with the gym for a while. And he tried to join the gym. He was there for a while. Scheduling kind of messed him up. And, you know, he stopped going. So I continued to go and I continued to call him. We continued to talk. We also continued to, you know, talk about a variety of different things. In another instance, for me, not with the person that I met, a friend of mine, at the gym that I went to, I had a strength goal, and that strength goal was to deadlift 405 pounds. Now, I was so obsessed with that, right? There were a lot of things that I did wrong, and I didn't take into account my lifestyle versus what I was trying to do. Now, is that making excuses? No. But I had to take into account all the things that I was doing while trying to attain this goal that I had for myself. The goal was to lift 405 pounds over time. Obviously, it took me about a year, maybe I would say about a strong, solid 6 months to a year of training. That was the goal. During that time, I was going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. I was still doing everything as a father, husband should do for their family. Still paying attention to my 2 kids who live with me, my 2 other kids who call me for advice or just call to talk. I have a wife, I have parents, everything in between that happens, right? So I failed at lifting 405 pounds. But I did lift, I think 365 or 385, the cleanest I've ever done. And I had to sit down after all this happened and said, damn, upon everything you've done, don't slight the win of being able to do all that stuff at the age of maybe 48 to 49 years old. Now, many of you will understand that. Many of you men will understand that, because it is a serious, hard, difficult thing to stay in shape if you were never an athlete, if you were never, in some kind of sport, right? A structured sport, if you were never in anything that was, carrying you on, right? I was never in anything. I was always just being, busy. I had to be, mobile. Always had to do something. Active, I should say. That's the key word, active. So again, I had to sit and say, damn, yo, Chris, not for nothing, to myself, you're not doing so bad at this game of life. So you have to sit down and appreciate these wins that you get when you get them. Because sometimes you're so focused on the end goal that you don't know, you miss everything, those little things in between. So from these experiences, I hope you're getting something. It's okay to start over. It's okay to create new goals. It's okay to question yourself. It's okay to get up in the morning and not like the person in the mirror at a level of 10. Maybe you like yourself at a level of 5, but you have to increase that thing, and you have to figure out why you don't like yourself or why you feel a certain way. And then from there, you can freaking catapult yourself into a different mindset to get to where you want to go. So remember, as always, no one, and I mean no one, wants to be average. You have to define that stuff for yourself. No one can tell you what success is. No one can tell you what average is. Don't let outside influences tell you what average is. Recently, one of the things that I said to myself is, I'm tired of being number 2. And that's a personal thing. It's a personal thing for me. I'm tired of treating myself like number 2. As a father, as a husband, we care about our families. We care about everything about our wives, our kids, how they are, securing, food, clothing, and shelter for them and everything else. But at the same rate, you have to say, well, if I'm not okay, if I'm not protected, if I'm not fully engaged in myself and understand where I'm at the given point in time, I cannot do more for them. You can't. It doesn't make sense, logical sense. So again, I'm going to end on the note of no one, and I mean no one, wants to be average. You have to define that for yourself. I hope you're getting something out of this, and I hope to reach out to some other people to do something jointly. It'd be a great thing to talk to people and get their perspective. Again, remember, I'm 51, so you can start now again. All right, have a good day. We'll talk to you soon in another episode. Peace.